You didn't leave. You didn't change. You didn't do the thing they said you did, but they disappeared anyway. And the silence they left behind has been sitting in your chest like something you can't name and can't put down. You've been gentle with that silence. You've given it room. You've told yourself maybe they needed space. Maybe they needed time. Maybe something in them just broke in a way that had nothing to do with you. And you were closer to the truth than you knew, because there is a reason for this silence. And it is not what you think. Someone opened their mouth about you. Someone who knew your name. Who knew your story. Who sat close enough to you to know which parts of you were tender. And they used that closeness like a blade. They spoke about you to the wrong person. And the one avoiding you now? They heard every word. They believed it. And now they are trapped between what they were told and what they remember feeling when you were near. Stay with me, because what comes next will change the way you understand everything. It didn't begin with cruelty. It began with pain that had nowhere to go. Someone in your world was hurting. And instead of sitting with that hurt quietly, they let it speak. And hurt, when it speaks without wisdom, does not tell the truth. It tells a story. They found someone willing to listen. Someone who trusted them. Someone who had no reason yet to doubt them. And they poured into that person's ear a version of you built from their own fear and their own shame. They made your silence into coldness. They made your strength into arrogance. They made your boundaries into cruelty. And they wrapped all of it in just enough emotion to make it believable. The person avoiding you didn't pull away because they wanted to. They pulled away because they thought they were protecting themselves. Because the lie came dressed as concern. Because betrayal rarely announces itself. It arrives soft. It arrives first. It arrives with tears in its eyes. And now there is a wall between you and someone you cared about. A wall built from words you never said. From a story that was never true. And you have been standing on your side of it, wondering what you did wrong. You did nothing wrong. They think about you, not once, not occasionally, but in the way you think about something real when everything fake around you starts to feel hollow. Late at night when the noise dies down and the distractions finally stop working. You are there, a memory of your laugh. A moment you were kind when you didn't have to be. Something you said once that stuck. Not because it was clever, but because it was true. And that memory doesn't match the story they were given. And that gap, that quiet, aching space between what they heard and what they actually felt in your presence, is the thing that keeps them up. They are not avoiding you because they have moved on. They are avoiding you because coming back to you means admitting something almost unbearable. That the person they trusted handed them a lie, and they accepted it. That their own heart knew better, and they didn't listen. Pride is a heavy coat. It keeps people warm enough to stay cold. And right now, they are wearing it. But underneath, something in them is tired. Something in them remembers you. Something in them already knows. They check on you in silence. A quiet glance. A pause when your name is mentioned in a room. A moment where something crosses their face and disappears before anyone can read it. Because they know, not the way people know facts, but the way people know things they wish they could unknow. They know something was wrong with what they were told. They know because your actions never matched the accusation. They know because the person who spoke about you has slowly shown them who they really are. And now they are caught in a place with no easy exit. Too proud to walk back to you. Too hollow to keep pretending the distance doesn't cost them anything. This is where most people lose someone they never should have lost. Don't let that be your story. If these words are reaching the part of you that has been waiting for someone to finally say the truth out loud, drop a 1 in the comments. You are not alone in this. Like this video, subscribe, and stay for part 5, because that's where everything begins to turn. Truth is not loud. It does not chase. It does not argue or defend or demand to be heard. But it is the most patient thing in this world. And it outlasts everything built to hide it. The lie told about you is already beginning to unravel. Not because you fought it, not because you exposed it, but because you kept being yourself. And that alone is a contradiction too loud to ignore. Every day you showed up with grace. You were quietly dismantling the fiction someone built around your name. Every time you were kind when you had every reason not to be. You were speaking a truth no story could bury. The people around you are noticing the distance between what they were told and what they can actually see. And the person avoiding you is noticing it most of all. Because they were closest to the lie, and they are closest to watching it fall apart. Truth does not need your help. It only needs time. And it is already working in the silence. In the space, in every moment you chose integrity over bitterness. The ground is already shifting beneath the lie. No one lies about someone who doesn't matter. Let that land. People ignore the irrelevant. They forget the forgettable. But they lie about the ones whose light makes their darkness harder to hide. They lie about the ones whose peace unsettles those who have never found their own. They lie about the ones who, simply by existing honestly, expose every performance happening around them. You were lied about because something in you could not be diminished quietly. So they tried to diminish you loudly with words. With whispers, with a story told to the wrong ears at the right moment of weakness. And in doing that, they revealed everything about themselves and nothing true about you. You are not the rumor. You are not the version of yourself someone smaller needed you to be so they could feel bigger. You are the one who kept walking with your head up while someone tried to rewrite your story behind your back. And the most extraordinary thing, you didn't even know how much strength that took. But you were about to find out what it was worth. There will be a moment. It will not come with fanfare. It will not arrive wrapped in apology or announced with confession. But it is coming, the way all true things come, quietly, inevitably, on its own time. The person who walked away will reach a point where the weight of everything they've been carrying becomes heavier than the fear of telling the truth. Maybe it happens on a night when the silence finally gets too loud. Maybe it happens when the person who lied shows their face again, and this time, shows it clearly. Maybe it happens when they see something that reminds them of who you really are, and they realize they traded something irreplaceable for a story that was never worth believing. And in that moment, something in them will break open. Not loudly, just enough. A message, a reaching out. A return that doesn't quite know how to explain itself. And you will recognize it, not because they said the right words, but because you always felt that something was incomplete. That moment is already on its way. Not because you chased it, but because you were worth returning to all along. You are allowed to stop carrying this. You are allowed to put down the question of what you did wrong. Because you already know, somewhere beneath all the waiting and the wondering, that you didn't do what they said you did. You were not too much. You were not the problem. You were not the version of yourself that someone else's fear required you to be. You are the one who stayed soft in a moment that could have made you hard. You are the one who chose grace when bitterness would have been so much easier. You are the one who kept showing up with a whole heart while someone tried to convince the world your heart was broken or cruel or cold. And that quiet, unshakable faithfulness to who you are is not a small thing. It is everything. The ones who were meant to see you clearly will see you. The ones who chose a lie over your truth will one day stand in the wreckage of that choice. And you will not need to be there to witness it. Heal, walk forward. Trust that what is real always finds its way home. You were never the problem. You were always the proof.